But obviously, I'm just incredibly proud of our kids. I just not enough words to say. Just had our best week of practice. Defense had its best Tuesday practice. Offense had its best practice on Wednesday. The last 48 hours, walkthroughs were great Friday. They were great today. Kids were locked in during meetings. I mean, just the attention to detail, the urgency, and also we were relaxed. And so I felt really good. I told John Gilbert, he called me this morning. I went and took a little walk after walkthrough, and we were talking. And I said, you know what? We've had our best week of practice. The kids are relaxed. They're confident. I expect us to play well. And I don't know that I expect us to come down here and get a 20-point victory on the road against a team that, quite frankly, East Carolina struggled against over the years. But I'm very proud of all three phases: offense, defense, special teams. Obviously we got some things we got to correct, some things we got to improve on. But we did so many things well this week that we've been struggling with, and so that was just really, really good to see.
Okay, we'll go to Brian Bailey for 3 questions.
Coach, congratulations on the win. What was the locker room like after the game?
That was a pretty good celebration. There's been some good ones over the years. That one's up there. So feel like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders. And we talked this morning when we met right after breakfast for our meetings and walkthrough, and I was talking about the Lakers and the Heat. Everybody expected the Lakers to claim the championship last night. They had a trophy there for them. I heard nobody talking about the Heat was going to pull it off. But last time I checked, the Heat's got a say in that series too. And I told them is don't listen to anybody outside of our locker room. And, there's a lot of haters out there, a lot of people doubting. Don't listen to them. Because we got a say in how we perform. And I thought the kids responded just with a lot of enthusiasm, and that celebration in that locker room was special.
Coach, offensively, the 2 keys, getting the running game cranked up and getting CJ up, and you basically conquered both, didn't you?
Well, I mean, that was the big focus of the week. Was we had to run the ball better, and we really wanted to get the ball to CJ. He should have had a bigger night than he did. Had a couple of balls that probably should have been able to convert there also, but certainly the 2 huge plays were difference-making plays, and he has that ability. And just he's in a good place right now. He was loose. He wasn't getting caught up in stuff, and just really liked the way he played tonight. Really pleased with our offensive line, how they responded this week. Played very well at that lineup. It's their second game together, so played much better. The running backs, I just really liked the way those kids ran with authority.
Finally, talk about the defense a little bit. They threw a shutout in the second half until the last minute, but they really played well.
Yeah, played very well. Had some tough situations too. Had a couple of short fields, and able to convert and get off there. But played very well. I think every week we're playing a little bit better on that side of the football. So just hope this gives us some confidence and we can continue on.
Okay, we'll open it up to other questions for the media.
Coach, Raji and Keaton really had the only carries until late in the fourth quarter. Was that by design at all, or just kind of how the game went? Can you talk about their, that 2-headed duo for the freshmen?
With the running backs, it's a competition. We talked about it. It's been ongoing. Those 2 have been performing at a very high level. They had the best week this week. Keaton had the best week of all of them. Raji has been consistently, right there also, and just felt like, they had earned the right to go out there and get those opportunities, and did a great job. And really, really proud of Darius Penix, and the job that he did. Big touchdown there early in the game. Did a great job throughout the game in his role, and then obviously, a guy there in the fourth quarter we were able to, use on that long drive that kind of broke their back.
Coach, a note on Penix there. It looked like in kind of a bunch formation, he was in like a kind of H-back roll, pass protection. Right. How important was that, his versatility to catch the ball at the block, do some different things that maybe looked at from our end like a little different this week?
Yeah, I mean, we've been working on that package, because Darius does, he catches the ball very well out of the backfield. Obviously, he's a big, strong kid, so he can hold up in the run game blocking. He can hold up in pass protection. He just has so much versatility, and he's really embraced that role of helping the team any way he can. And I'll tell you, guys like him and Demetrius Mooney. I'll tell you, Demetrius, the way he has handled himself, I'm proud of it, and I'm a firm believer that good things happen to people that work hard, try to do right, and don't pout and whine and get caught up in that stuff, and just go out and just try to find a way to contribute and do their job.
Coach, win came at a great time for you guys. Talk about what it does for you guys moving forward. It couldn't come at a better time.
Well, it gets our first win of the season, our first conference win of the season. So that's you can't get two before you get one, and you got to get one first. And so certainly it was one that I felt like we needed to get. There's no pressure because the pressure comes off internally. Every week out, our kids want to win worse than any. I promise you, I don't care what anybody out there thinks. Our kids and our coaches want to win worse than anybody in Pirate Nation. No offense to anybody else, but they work too hard. They invest too much. They want to win worse than anybody. So it's a thing where it's really enjoyable as a coach to see this group rebound from last week's performance and play the way we did this week, practice the way we did this week, and to go out and practice well all week and then play well on Saturday. It just reaffirms kind of the process of how we're doing things.
Coach, it seemed like the young defensive line that we talked about this summer kind of came. This might have been their coming out party a little bit, where they were able to control the game.
Well, I thought they played very well, and I think those defensive coaches, Coach Harrell's done a great job with them. We play with a high level. We have a ton of energy. We have a ton of intensity. We're becoming more and more physical every week, and it all starts with that front. And I'll tell you, you give Roy Tesh a couple of years with that front right there, and that's going to be a nasty bunch. They're going to be a hard-nosed bunch.
Coach Jake Verity, factor that you were able to make work in your favor, and talk about that.
I'm sorry, Al, you're breaking up. Can you repeat that, please?
Yes, sir. Turnovers tonight. I think you won the turnover battle, and you not only got turnovers, but you capitalized offensively on those situations.
Yeah, I don't know what the final count was, but I don't know what the final count was on the turnovers, but yeah, we did win the turnover battle. We did create a couple of short fields for our offense with a couple of those turnovers. We were going after the punt when they were backed up, and they must have snapped. So to me that's another turnover also. But I thought that was a big factor in the ball game because it gave our offense some great scoring opportunities that we took advantage of.
Coach, the offensive line obviously took some flack after the last game. And I don't know if Holton got sacked tonight, but certainly the running backs will get credit. But can you just talk about their performance in this game, bouncing back? Really,
that's the bunch that I'm probably the most proud of. And we said it last week, and we were talking this week. Fernando Fry is the only player in the two deep that has ever really played much, and he played at guard, not center. So you got a bunch of guys that haven't played together any. They haven't played a whole lot. They started last week. They got their second start this week. So 2 solid weeks of practice. So you saw a much better cohesion there. But the biggest thing I liked was just their determination. They had just great attitudes on the sideline. Really embraced kind of we want to get downhill in this bunch and establish the run game. They did a great job in pass protection. Which obviously, like you said, Holt had a lot more time to throw this week, and when he has time to throw, he's a great quarterback. So, really proud of that bunch. Shank did a great job with it this week.
Coach Houston, will you be able to have steak and peanut butter pie, or is that kind of a casualty of the COVID situation?
No, I promise. I don't care if I got to pay for it out of my pocket. We're having victory dinner tomorrow night. The kids are already asking for it. So we're gonna have steak and shrimp and peanut butter pie tomorrow night.
Okay, one last question for Coach Houston.
Coach, did some of the talk in practice this weekend, kind of your energy and talked about intent and stuff on Thursday, how much and well did that carry over to tonight, you think?
I mean, I think that's kids. I mean, I didn't doubt the determination all week, and it's we talked about it a lot. Just playing with purpose, practicing with purpose. Right out there just to get through period 5 and 6. We're out there to focus on certain things we want to get done, and we talked about it this morning. Just really direct what we wanted to achieve tonight, how we wanted to play tonight, and it's one thing I've got to do better with. I don't have a veteran group. I've got some things I got to explain a little bit more than I have maybe in the past. Much like your question about playing fast, I got to explain to the kids exactly what I mean when I say certain things. So I thought they responded well, and I thought they went out and they did what we asked them to do, and they played with great intensity. Loved it. I love the way we played. I love the way we played tonight, all 3 phases.
Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, guys. Hey, and somebody let my wife know I'll be home about 2 a.m. If she can keep the kids up, we're going to celebrate when we get home too.